understand he slept with your friend.
Correct.
When David Hawthorne met Taneshia Weeks, his wife of 2 years, he says their relationship started with a bang. But now, Taneshia claims their marriage is on the verge of fizzling out.
Well, Your Honor, I'm prime time.
You're prime time.
Prime time, ladies man. When we get into it, we getting down to the get down. You know what I'm saying? We bumping and grinding. We on the kitchen sink, bathroom counter.
I didn't ask.
I'm just at a point to where I'm just tired of feeling like I'm less than a person dealing with him because he's prime time.
Though Taneshia is at her wit's end, David is ready to steam up his marriage again. Today, on Divorce Court, can this marriage be saved?
Come to order. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toller presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Taneshia Weeks and David Hawthorne. What we are doing today is what I call, can this marriage be saved? A lot of people call in, don't want a divorce, they just want my advice. So these two have come in. You have been married for 2 years and you have one daughter together and you are in trouble and you want my advice. Mr. Hawthorne, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your marriage and what is going on?
Well, Your Honor, I'm prime time.
You're prime time.
Prime time, ladies man.
Ladies, all right. I'm glad he cleared that up. I'm glad he cleared that up. From a prime time ladies man.
Yeah, so I look good.
Uh-huh.
So, when we met at our job, she seen me and that charm
That was
caught
that.
her. It caught her. Charm caught her. She fell in love from that start. I, of course, me being a ladies man, I got to take it slow.
Right.
I got to take it real slow.
Right.
So after that happens, we get into it, we getting down to the get down. You know what I'm saying? We bumping and
I'm
grinding.
afraid to ask.
You know what I'm saying? We on the kitchen sink, bathroom counter.
I didn't ask. If it
I'm
just,
sorry,
just
I'm
to
sorry.
clarify. Just to clarify, I didn't ask. So you're enjoying one another and
Yes, a lot.
A lot.
And so things move a little bit too fast. We get serious. I'll admit I fell in love. She's a beautiful young lady.
Nothing to be embarrassed about being in love.
I'm not.
It's not an admission or anything. It's a declaration. Ms. Weeks, how you doing?
I'm fine.
So the story that he's told me so far, is it accurate?
See, Judge, all of that attitude is the reason why we're having problems today. I'm just so tired of this relationship. I am beyond tired.
Well, what's it like living with prime time?
It's a tragedy. Prime time is tragic. I'm just at a point to where I'm just tired of feeling like I'm less than a person dealing with him because he's prime time. He has stated to me before that females probably look at me and look at him and wonder, why is he with her?
Mr. Hawthorne, did you actually say to your wife that women probably look at the two of you and say, why is he with her?
Judge, let me clear that up.
Okay.
Let me clear that up. We was in the car one day, headed to the mall, having a good, nice outgoing, we enjoying each other. I'm buying her snacks and goodies. We eating cake and ice cream. I joke a lot. I joke. So she can't handle my joke. So one day, I was just playing around with her. I was like, you know what? Girls probably look at me and they probably say, man, I wonder why he's with that girl.
See?
But I was joking. I didn't know she was gonna take.
Mr. Hawthorne, you're young, so I'm gonna give you a little room on that one. But there's some things you don't joke with about.
I only said it one time, Judge. And
Ms. Weeks, did you take one comment out of context? I mean, was he good to you otherwise? And he's a jokester. He's prime time. Did you take it out of context and get your feelings hurt for no reason?
No, it wouldn't be out of content if I felt that way. If he showed that to me, if he's a cheater and he lies to me constantly and is a womanizer.
Well, I understand he slept with your friend.
Correct.
Tell me about that.
Well, I mean, I don't know exactly how that happened on their behalf, but I just sound like he got upset with me, and then it just came out. He told me about it, and I confronted her about it. They started lying, going back and forth, but then they finally
Said, yeah, we did.
told me the truth about it, and yeah, they did. I took him back even after that, and he still can't get it together. And I just,
Mr. Hawthorne, what do you have to say about that? Is that an accurate story?
That ain't exactly how it happened.
But it's close enough.
It's very close. It's very close. Now, we separated. We separated before that. Like, we always separate. We go through something. Like I said, she does every time. Oh, I'm done with you. This is over
but
with.
we still wasn't divorced, so no, I didn't think he was going to go with a friend.
Here's the problem. When people these days say we're separated, it means that we were in an argument and one of us stormed out. And then you guys call it separated. So you can go and jump in bed with somebody else.
When Divorce Court continues, have Taneshia's demands worn primetime down?
I'm working 12 hours a day. 6-7 days a week. When I get off, I need to kick my feet up a little bit. Just let me rest like an hour or so. Oh, no, you can't rest. Oh, I don't get no rest when I'm going to school and I got to deal with these kids.
Do you have a relationship question you would like me to answer on the show? If you do, call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com or become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt.
Divorce Court is back with the case of Taneshia Weeks, who claims her husband David cheated on her with her friend. And now, will David be quiet long enough for Judge Lynn to help him save his marriage?
Does he come home from a 12-hour day, kick his feet up, and
7 days a week.
7 days a week? You not
Long hours.
Why don't you tell me your primary concern about Ms. Weeks? What do you argue about? What bothers you about what she does?
She ungrateful.
Why is she? How is that?
Judge, I work hard. I'm prime time is a hard worker. And everything that I do.
Well, what do you do?
Well, currently, I just got a new job. I haven't started yet, but when we were together, I was working at the hospital.
Wait a minute. Okay.
Exactly.
So when you got together, you were working at a hospital.
I was working at the mutual job that we had.
Okay.
When we got together, but I was out of work for I want to say 2 or 3 months, and then I started working at the hospital. I'm working 12 hours a day. 6-7 days a week. When I get off, I need to kick my feet up a little bit. I need to kick my feet up.
Well, didn't you meet her at work?
At the other job, the mutual job.
Okay.
But
does she work outside the home? That's my question. Okay.
She I don't have to work. I'm gonna just go to school. I take care of these kids all day. I want to kick my feet up. I want to just let me rest like an hour or so. Oh, no, you can't rest. Oh, I don't get no rest when I'm going to school and I got to deal with these kids.
Does he come home from a 12-hour day, kick his feet up, and
7 days a week?
7 days a week, you not
long
gonna get
hours.
Judge, no. I understand that he goes to work, and I appreciate that he goes to work and everything else, but it's the fact of, it was one incident where he went to work and I picked him up. It was maybe like around 7:30. I asked him, could he by any chance help me with the girls, either bathe them and get them ready for bed or to help me prepare dinner. He said, well, I'm tired. I just want to sit down and play the game for like an hour. Can I just stay on my feet? I'm trying to tell him that if you sit back for an hour, my daughter has to go to school the next day. It's already 7:30. Her bedtime is at 8:30. Her bedtime is at 8:30. We need to get this process on the road. I understand that you went to work, but can you please just help me? And he wanna, he feels like all he gotta do is he work. That's all he wanna do.
I will say this, at home with 2 kids is also work. And she needs to decompress a little too.
Preach.
And what happens is a job shift. You know what I mean? You get a little time, you relax, this and that, and playing with the kids and being around and helping with them should be somewhat of a joy for you to deal with your children when you get home.
And
Could you care to respond to that?
it is a great joy to deal with my kids when I get home. But all I asked was for an hour. So like she just said, could you cook or bathe the kids? It don't take an hour to cook.
So what was the problem?
They weren't finna eat at that time, Judge. They weren't finna eat right then and there at that time. I could have sat down,
But they
could have got a
needed
few
to.
good minutes into that video game that
No,
she's talking about.
okay, all right. I understand what you're saying. It doesn't make any sense, but that's okay.
When Divorce Court continues, has Primetime pulled a vanishing act?
You said that he disappeared for a period of 3 months. Didn't tell you where he was. Did that happen? Is it okay to date other people while you're separated from your spouse? Call 1-800-282-1991 to vote now and see if America agrees with your opinion. You'll also receive some valuable offers. Call now.
If you would like your case heard on Divorce Court, call us toll free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and follow us on Twitter at Divorce Court. Divorce Court returns with the case of David Primetime Hawthorne, who claims his wife Taneshia is simply ungrateful. But will David appreciate the advice Judge Lynn gives him to save his marriage?
Well, look here, Primetime. As the man in the relationship, don't you think it's incumbent upon you to facilitate the peace in your home? I understand that throughout your marriage, you've never really lived alone together. Is that accurate?
That's accurate.
Tell me about that, Ms. Weeks. With whom are you living?
Well, it was 2 times before, once with one of my family members and then once with one of his family members. That was a tragic situation on its own as well, living with one of his family members, being that, David here, he'll when we're on an off period, he tells them different things about me or, the situation that's going on. They get a perception of me, and then it's like they treat me wrong. And
so when you two get in an argument, she runs to his family, tells them
Correct.
that you're this, that, and the other
Correct.
thing, and now you have an unfortunate relationship with his family. Is that what you're
Correct.
telling me?
And then,
Mr. Hawthorne, I see you disagree. So why don't you tell me what you believe is going on?
The family members she's talking about,
Right.
they don't get along
At all.
at all. Never have.
you wonder why?
I'm the type of person, I don't like to be in the middle of situations like that. So it's better for me to just let them as adults handle it on
That's
their
not the
own.
way to go.
But they don't do that. They don't do that. They come to me.
Well, look here, Primetime. As the man in the relationship, as the one person that they have in common and both love, don't you think it's incumbent upon you to facilitate the peace in your home that you're living in by facilitating the peace between the two people that are not getting along?
Thank
Yes,
you.
and I have tried on many occasions.
He hasn't tried.
But Tanesia's hard-headed.
Now, Ms. Weeks, let me ask you this. You're living in somebody else's house. Do you think that you're in there with a proper attitude? Because you got to be a little grateful.
Your Honor, first, at the other family member's house, it wasn't like we were staying there to save up money. They were paying all the bills. Like, we were just there. He was splitting it down the middle with this family member, so we got equal rights to everything, just like the other family member has. That's what happens when you have a roommate. It's a roommate situation.
So it's not, they're just not helping you out.
Correct.
You guys are paying your freight.
Correct.
You said that he disappeared for a period of 3 months. Didn't tell you where he was. Did that happen?
Yes, it did.
Why don't you tell me about that?
Okay, so back in February, a couple months ago, David, he decided to just pick up and leave. He got mad at me about something that I don't even remember what it was that he got mad about, and just was like, he never came back. We didn't see him. He didn't call and ask about the kids. Did we eat? Did they eat? Knowing that I'm unemployed, he just didn't care whatsoever. And I just felt like this relationship is a waste of my time, and I'm just so tired.
when Divorce Court continues. Some say tomato and some say tomato.
Mr. Hawthorne, did you take off for 3 months?
I did not take off. I was absent for 3 months.
Is it okay to date other people while you're separated from your spouse? Call 1-800-282-1991 to vote now and see if America agrees with your opinion. You'll also receive some valuable offers. Call now.
Divorce Court returns with the case of Taneshia Weeks, who wants to call it quits on her marriage, while her husband David believes their union can be saved.
Mr. Hawthorne, did you take off for 3 months?
I did not take off. I was absent for 3 months. Yes, that. I don't want, but
and the difference would be
saying take off is a little misleading, though.
Okay, but will you explain the difference to me?
Okay, I moved into a home because we were supposed to move in together, but Miss Attitude over there, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. So I ended up moving into my own apartment with a friend. That friend was going through an eviction process at this time. And when he got evicted, I was homeless. And she would throw this in my face on many occasions.
So you went to live with the guy who ultimately got evicted, so you both were homeless together.
Exactly. Living in my car.
And why didn't you go back home?
Go back home?
Where?
Because, no, it wasn't happening. She wasn't gonna do it. We had a huge argument and we separated. We separated for that time. And we were going through counseling at that same time.
So when you were getting counseling?
We did. We saw counseling. It didn't
Did
work.
it help?
No. He's the same. It's no counseling going to help him.
Are you working?
Not at the moment. I leave in a couple days to start my new job. Yes.
Oh, okay. So you got a new job?
Yes, out of state.
Out of state?
Yes.
Not with where your wife and kids are?
No. And I
Another tragic.
gave her my account number, gave her my savings account number, let her know that she will be getting some money in her account every 2 weeks.
Mr. Hawthorne, given your past and given your age, that will be fatal to your marriage. That you're gone. I can't see you going weeks and months without getting into it with some woman.
Oh no.
Can't see it.
I won't. I'm changed. I'm a changed man. I really am. I'm a changed man. And it's only like 3-4 months. and she's gonna have tabs on me. I'm giving her tabs. I'm giving her everything she needs. I'm gonna call her every day, whatever she needs. I got it.
Let me say this. I'm not gonna get to the arbitration because you guys, this is a can this marriage be saved? Now,
It can. She working.
I don't believe in fairy tales. And, but I do believe that your children should have an opportunity at solid parenthood. And let me tell you what you guys got going for you.
Okay.
It might be hard to see, but it's there. You're both willing to work, and you're going to school. Both of those things are more than I often get in here. You are young. You are both very, very young. You're a little flighty, you think you're fine and all of that. It doesn't mean anything. All of the women hitting on you or whatever that is doesn't mean anything. Anybody can sleep with anybody. It's just, it's easy. What a man does is the difficult thing. Walk away from temptation when it presents itself. Be available to your family even when you're tired. That's what that is. So that's what I want your goal to be. Ms. Weeks, A, control your fertility. Have no more babies until you're economically and emotionally stable enough to take care of them. That's number one. Number two, don't get all hot and angry all the time. Anger solves nothing. When you scream at him, it's his reason to leave and hop in bed with one of your friends. Don't do that. You guys got a lot of work to do. I think you should get counseling if you can at all afford it. You got a lot of work to do. But I'm gonna tell you, I believe in you. I'm telling you, you got the basis to make it better. But you gotta leave everything that went on behind you.
The past.
You with me?
Have not.
You gonna give it a try? Keep it cooled down, keep it zipped up. Best of luck to both of you. There will be no recovery in this matter. It is so ordered.
All right. Parties may leave the courtroom.
We make him work on it. I'll take the judge's advice and do the counseling. I think we need that.
We do need a lot of work, and I think counseling would be the best thing for us, but I think I can make it work.